Okay, so welcome to episode 24.
I lost count after 21.
Yeah, it's 24. Of
Wow.
that.
Photo chat?
You always say wow after that.
What,
No,
after 24?
After I say the number.
Episode number?
Yeah.
Wow. Episode 2, wow.
Episode 1. We survived that long?
Wow. Episode 1? It blows me away. It's catching up to my age. 2 more episodes, it will be my age.
Yeah.
In 2 more episodes, it will almost be my birthday.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow. Insert Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Wow. I can't do it. I wish I could. Wow.
So, we got lots of camera news.
Yeah, we do. We got a
Today.
handful of stuff,
Yeah.
so buckle up, bitches.
Yeah. So, no new news on the R3.
3.
But there is the Nikon Z30 that they're supposed to be coming out this year. It's
Yeah.
rumored to be coming out this year. No specs on it yet, but it does not have a viewfinder.
I know, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's
Why?
it's competing with like the
they-
Fuji.
Oh my god, that would be just the icing on the cake if
Yeah.
Nikon was like, I think we need to compete with Fuji.
Or like the what is it? The Canon M6 Mark II.
Yeah, but it has I wonder if they're going to sell a separate viewfinder.
Yeah.
That's
So
stupid. I wonder if they're going to actually make the screen the way it should be made, where it flips out to the side. I think
don't know.
collectively, everybody who has ever seen cameras with articulating screens, I don't know anybody who disagrees
Yeah.
with the best design being the one that flips out to the side and flips.
Yeah.
Because you can... I just stuck my finger in my coffee. I didn't do it that time. No. I'm like, do I do it?
That's how we drink our coffee.
Gotta watch out for the shit stain. There it is. The short stain. What was I saying? Oh, something about Canon or Nikon. Oh, the
the
articulating
flip- yeah.
screens. Yeah. So in case anybody hasn't shot with an articulating screen, it's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, it flips out and rotates.
But,
so yeah. I love
Yeah,
it.
there have been other... I feel like I should give people a brief in case they're like, what the fuck do you mean? Because they have like a fixed screen on their camera or something.
Yeah.
So cameras nowadays almost all of them are built with articulating screens, but there have been many different designs with it. So some of them just articulate a little bit up or down, which is something that I have. I don't hate it. It helps a little sometimes.
Yeah.
Some of them, most recently, flip completely up so you can see it from the top, like
Yeah.
from the front. So it's like a selfie, or it flips to the freaking Nikon at the bottom
Yep.
with the Z50. And then a long time ago, I think Canon probably came out with it first in their Canon Rebels. The articulating screens, they flipped out to the side,
Yeah.
and they still flipped. So you could completely flip it and close it so that the screen is protected when you're not using your camera.
Yeah.
And then you can also flip it so that you can see yourself to the side. It's very convenient, but collectively, I think the whole camera world agrees that that side flip is the best design because every
yeah.
other one is a piece of shit and something's wrong with it.
Yeah. Well, like, I wish I had my cameras there. So I can't. Do I? Hold on a second. I'm going to go grab Sue's camera.
Okay.
So yeah, this is Sue's camera. And
Wow, a beast.
yeah, well, it's the same as I got.
I know.
So it flips out
There
and
you
rotates,
go.
right?
Yeah.
So some of the nice things with this, if you close it like that, it protects the screen.
Yeah. That's what I
And-
like about it.
So, and then like flip it
Yeah.
like that, and you're good like that.
World's best design.
For selfies, not the right lens for it, but
100 to 400. You can see up his fucking
and
nose.
the nice thing about it is I gotta tell people all the time, rock concert,
Yeah.
or if you're taking
Like
pictures of your
wildlife
dog.
stuff or stuff on the ground.
And what I do is like I'll have it on the tripod,
Yeah.
shooting video. And so if it's not in front of me and the subject's over there, instead of me getting up and moving, I just turn and
Oh, yeah.
so I
Yeah,
can just see everything
you can still
perfectly
see
still.
it. You know who does have the most flawless design? Anybody who's made that is in the clear. But the most genius one that I've seen that nobody talks about enough is Fuji's screen design. So they have one that articulates up and down
Yeah.
on its own, like the ones that are like on a bracket, and then it also flips out to the side. Actually, that's not flawless. Never mind. Because you can't rotate it like the, 180 degrees that you can with that? Never mind. Fuji has one that articulates up and down on the back, and then you can also flip it out for front viewing purposes. Which one does that? The newer one. So I think it's on the XT4. It's definitely on the X Pro 3.
Because I know on one of them...
Actually, I don't think it's on the X Pro 3. I lied.
It comes out like that far.
Oh. Maybe I haven't used it to its full ability. Ignore everything I say. Nothing I say is true. I try,
but you keep on talking. It's just like...
You just won't shut up.
Yeah. While we're on the topic of Olympus...
yeah.
Olympus is saying they're going to have a new camera out in the next couple of weeks.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So we don't know if it's going to be like a new mirrorless camera, like a pro camera, or
tough.
Like a tough camera, because the TG6 is due for an update.
Yeah.
Well, due for an update. It's only like a year old.
TG6, I feel. I mean, it could be the fact that it's been a very long year, but
yeah,
I feel like it's longer. I feel like it's been like 2.
Well, I've only been working at
2018.
Yeah, and the TG5 was out when I started working.
It's also 2021, though.
Yeah.
So I feel like the TG6 would have come out in 2019, right?
Maybe.
We could look this up, but cell phones are banned from this location now.
Yes, because of the bad audio.
It's just my Google phone, that's it.
Yeah.
Your Google's listening. She's like, yes. I'm going to whisper it. Hey, Google. Nope.
Okay. Another...
Micro Four Thirds related thing.
Panasonic has a GH6 rumored to be coming out this year.
Yeah.
For their 20th anniversary.
That's in, when is it?
Like June, July?
Oh.
August? No, August. September.
August. Okay.
Anyways, so they're rumored to have that coming out this year too, the GH6, and the GH5 has been out for a few years now.
Yeah, that's been out for a while. It's about time.
Yeah. And to find it really interesting, so we've got the R3, Nikon Z9.
Yeah.
There's rumors about that. And now there's the Z30, new Olympus camera, new Panasonic camera. Everyone's got new cameras coming out.
Where's Sony?
Oh, I don't know. I don't care.
What the fuck are they cooking up?
But
and Fuji.
Summer Olympics is coming up.
Oh. Okay, so there might be
that's why everything is coming out right now.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't heard anything from, well, I mean, Sony. Maybe Sony is coming out with shit. I don't listen to Sony anymore.
Well, they've got the new A1.
Yeah. There were people speculating about when the A7 IV is coming out, not the A7R4, because they've come out with the R4 and not just the 4.
Yeah.
My Uncle Steve is watching this and, like, shaking. Like, how dare you? How dare you? We'll see. Maybe I'll get a text after this episode airs. What the fuck, Vanessa? Yeah, I'm surprised Fuji hasn't come up with anything either. I mean, they don't really need to replace the XT4 yet.
No.
But maybe they'll come up with some... Wait, didn't we say that there were some new Fuji lenses coming out? Or was that a dream?
Lenses.
Okay. I get a lot of things mixed up with dreams these days.
But it's funny, like, they have the new lenses coming out. One of them being that 150 to 600.
Yes, we did talk about this in real life then. Okay.
But they're not going to be using that for the Olympics.
Oh.
Because you need more prime lenses for Olympics shooting.
Oh, okay.
Unless
like,
you're
pardon me,
unless
shooting
you're
the Olympics with the 23 mil.
Yeah. No, like a 300. and stuff like that, 70-200, stuff that they've already got,
Yeah.
right?
So Fuji, something that it made me appreciate is shooting in black and white. Have you ever just shot in monochrome?
Yes.
Without, like, editing it after? Like, not without editing it. Like, just in camera, black and white.
Yeah.
I had not really done that before. I mean, maybe unless I tried it on my D3100 when I was 15 and literally playing with, like, the in-camera filters.
Yeah.
Oh, Vanessa. Oh, God. I took so many selfies with the D lighting and, oh. They were bomb, though. I'll send you a picture. You can insert it right here.
Okay, yeah.
15-year-old Vanessa. Anyways, yeah, so when I borrowed the X Pro 3, I was shooting in, like, the Acros film simulation.
Yeah.
And that made me really appreciate shooting in black and white. So I just remembered that because I just shouted out my uncle, Steve. He shoots Sony, right?
Right.
I feel like we should go into his backstory. He's going to love this episode.
Oh, nice, okay.
I think you know a little bit about it. My Uncle Steve is the one who used to shoot Canon.
Right.
And he used to grill me all the time about shooting Nikon. Who doesn't? You know, I'm used to it. But it's my choice, okay?
It may be a bad choice, but it's still your choice.
Shut up. That sounded really mean. I'm sorry. Anyways, he used to shoot Canon. We'd grill each other, and then he decided to switch to Sony, and I was like, weird, okay, go for it. The color accuracy is terrible. It was terrible at the time.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's okay, I'm getting the A7R4. And I'm like, whoa, that's a crazy camera, but go for it. And I started grilling him about the color accuracy, and he's like, color accuracy isn't an issue for me because I only shoot in black and white. So anyways, that was bridging on my thought about appreciating more black and white, but it always made me laugh my ass off because I'm like, of course, color, you'd go with a Sony if you only shoot black and white. He does do, like, absolutely gorgeous stuff. I've seen a couple photos and they look really nice.
Okay.
The depth in them is really nice, but just, it made me laugh. But anyways, he was also the one that he bought that Peak Design tripod through us.
Yeah, and you sent all the Nikon stickers with it?
We used all the Nikon stickers on it to send it to him from the store. Yeah, so that's the story of him, but that color accuracy thing was.
And that's the thing is, like, I don't understand why people are so concerned about color accuracy.
If you're gonna if you're gonna do post anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and hardly anybody posts anything straight out of camera.
Yeah,
right?
I mean he does because it's black and white.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
But even still, he probably tweaks it a little bit just to bring up the shadows a little bit or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And people say, like, that's cheating.
How's that cheating? Right. Nobody posts straight out of camera.
Even, like, film, if you were to develop your own film.
Yeah.
Right? You can
alter it.
Yeah. So that's why it's called processing film.
Well, I don't know if you can filter. Don't come for me. I don't develop my own film. The last time I developed my own film was in high school.
Yeah.
Which was really fun. But I didn't think that you could alter the actual film. You'd be altering, like, when you had it in the dark room. Because you can raise it and lower it by a couple stops, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's what you mean. Okay, sorry.
But that you can adjust the shadows.
Yeah.
Right? And stuff like that. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. You saw that coming, eh?
Yeah, I did. He's like so, and I'm like, don't fucking do it, Chuck. Don't do it. That was the perfect bridge, though. I feel like this whole... Yeah, I'm impressed with this bridge because now we can go into some film news. Kind of.
Kind of.
Polaroid released, or announced, or whatever, their Polaroid Go. So for those into instant analog photography, which is a weird sentence to say. It's like an oxymoron.
Yeah. Even the morons are...
In case anybody didn't know, I feel like I should start there. Polaroid is back.
Yeah.
A lot of people know, but Polaroid is back. It was a little company called... What the fuck was the company called?
Polaroid.
No, there was another company, and I can't find my phone right. I can't pull my phone up. It was some like project that had taken over, and then they like revived Polaroid because for how
Okay.
many years Polaroid was just dead,
Yeah.
right? Nothing was happening with it. So some company came along. If you guys know the title, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you're on YouTube. But so they've been redoing Polaroid. They made some new models like the Polaroid 1-step, the 1-step 2. I'm surprised they didn't call it the 2-step.
Yeah.
And they've been releasing film for the new ones and also re-releasing film for your old Polaroid cameras. So they have 600 film. The I-type is for the new stuff. They have... What else is there? They've been making other new ones.
Yeah, there's
For old
7
ones.
something. Is there a 7?
SX70. No, that's a fucking Canon camera. They've been making a bunch of the old film. But anyways, they just released a new Polaroid called the Polaroid Go, and it is the smallest analog camera in the world, apparently. It's 4.1 inches long, 3.3 inches wide, and 2.4 inches tall.
And it only weighs half a pound.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's small. It's tiny. I wonder how the pictures are going to come out.
Yeah. I wonder how small the film's going to be, because they have new film for it. I don't know what the name of it is yet. I wonder if it's going to be like the size of like a Fuji, like
Instax
Mini.
or something like that, yeah.
Or if it would be cool if they did that in square. Like, you know the Instax squares?
Yeah.
That would be their direct competition, because Fuji's just killing it at everything. Fuji, I mean, they don't have as huge of a market, but they've done a good job at everything that they've made recently.
Yeah.
Even their little instant cameras. But so it takes new film. It would be nice if they just made it a smaller square, because I don't like the minis being like long rectangles. It's weird. It's odd. They have better batteries in it. So the batteries now take 15 packs of film per one battery charge.
Yep. It's got a dynamic flash.
Dynamic.
You can
Wow.
do double exposure.
As opposed to an undynamic flash.
Oh no. It shoots at high speed though.
Buckle up, bitches. That's the phrase of today.
1/25th of a second.
Wow.
Up to a 30-second exposure.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
The aperture range. Okay, I just want to
You gotta say it with a serious face though.
What?
The aperture range.
The aperture range. I can't say it with a serious face. On paper, this looks like a very bad camera. F12.
To F52.
Wow.
They had it on pre-order until April 27th. And it's selling for $100
US.
American.
Yeah.
Which is about $350 Canadian.
Pretty much. It's actually probably going to be, if that's US, then it's almost the exact same price as the 1-steps, because the 1-steps are like $150-ish.
Yeah. So yeah,
Canadian.
it's going to be like $149.99 probably.
What the fuck is that term? Were you at the store when I was teaching that class?
No, I
last
haven't
year
been around for
before
any
the
of your
shutdown?
classes.
Oh, you're lost.
Yeah.
I speak so fast that I don't breathe. The people look at me like I'm about to faint, because I am. I was teaching classes at the store. What the fuck is that? There's a term for when you're trying to take a picture with like everything, like a really big aperture. So if you're shooting at f52, which is
Right.
almost impossible on a digital camera,
There's a term for that?
there's a term where you focus on something in the middle.
Oh, hyperfocal distance.
Okay. I didn't know. Have you heard the hyperfocal distance story?
No.
Okay.
From you?
Today is a real photography podcast episode.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're not going off about stupid shit.
Yeah. Well, we will after.
We will. Don't worry.
Yes.
It's,
Trust
it's
me.
there.
There is something coming.
What the fuck? Okay, so I was teaching the class,
Yeah.
and they had given us... This is the one thing I didn't like about it, but at the same time I did like it. They gave us something to teach from. It was when we started doing
Yeah.
free classes, and it was my first class. So first of all, I was so nervous. I wasn't stopping to breathe. between sentences and flying through the slides, and also just trying to, like, instead of just reading it for these people coming in, I was trying to actually, like, teach it to them and give them examples and stuff. It was horrifying. I got to this slide because I didn't have enough time to review it because I'm also working at the same time, right? So I don't have time to go through this friggin' hour presentation in full. Like, I went to school for this shit. I can teach people about the basics. It was a 101 course.
Yeah.
We get to the slide of hyperfocal distance. I don't know what the fuck that is. It starts going into equations.
Yeah.
Everything. And I'm jumbling over everything, and I feel like I'm about to cry because these people were so nice. Most of them. There's more coming. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I am so sorry. I was like, I honestly don't know what this is. And I was like, I didn't have time to go through the slides, and I completely exposed myself. And I was like, sorry guys. And I was like, this isn't something that I normally do, so just give me 1 sec. Maybe we can find out what it is together. And I go to the next slide, it's an equation. The next slide, another equation. The next slide, another. Like, the next 5 slides are about fucking hyperfocal distance, and it doesn't explain it, but it bridges into another aspect of the lesson.
Okay.
I'm like, what the fuck? So I have to stop, and Jordan's there, and I'm like, Jordan, what the fuck is hyperfocal distance? And he's looking at the slides, and these people are watching us jumble over this, and I don't think we figured out what it was from the slides. We Googled it. Jordan Googled it, and he saved my ass. But it was pretty funny. Then after, this guy who came in late to my class, showed up and told me that I need to practice more, and I need to be a better teacher, and that I should not be apologizing for things. He didn't say the apologizing thing nicely. He was like, as a teacher, you shouldn't be apologizing for things. It shows weakness. And I wanted to cry. And I was like, first of all, I was ready to cry at the beginning of that lesson before you marched in here, so thank you, sir. Fuck you. He was an ass. All the other people, even, there were these 2 people that came and they shot Olympus.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And they came to everyone that I taught, and they watched me get better, because the first one, I didn't stop to breathe, and they were like, we could tell you were nervous.
Yeah.
But it was great. And then they came to everyone after.
Cool.
But anyways, I don't know. Hyperfocal
like
distance.
When I taught my class, I taught twice, and it was about video, shooting video.
Yeah.
And because I do a lot of video, of course, I got chosen to teach this class.
Nobody else knows anything about video, so.
So, the funny thing with that one is I'd go through the slide and explain everything and go into a little bit more detail and and then I'd flip over to the next slide and it's like, I just explained all this.
Yeah, it was like, oh, okay, we could skip this. And they're like, what? Everything I just said.
Yeah.
This in this slide, next 2 slides are covered. And you're like, oh. That's pretty funny. I don't know if now I have to explain what hyperfocal distance is. I still can't.
No, Google it.
Google it.
Yes.
It's something to get, like, when you have a large aperture, I guess. Or when you want it to be, I don't know.
Friend, he says this all the time on his podcast, Jerry.
Yeah.
He's like, if you don't know what it is, there's a website that explains it beautifully. It's Google.
Don't see it.
or .com.
Whatever you want it to be. Oh, man. That was majority of our job.
Google it? Yeah.
Professional Googlers. That sounds...
It's like, I hate it when people call up and they want you to explain everything over the phone. It's like, dude, first off, how did you get our phone number to call the store?
You Googled it.
So Google these cameras, read some reviews, read some explanations, me trying to explain everything to you over the phone. So a guy called up and he was asking for the difference between a D7500 and D500 over the phone.
I don't get people.
And it's like, Google it, man. Like,
look it up.
Yeah.
And like when they call and ask stuff like that, it's just annoying because you know they haven't put any time into it.
Yep.
And it's like, and then you also know that there's like probably a 75% chance that they're going to go get it somewhere else because it's impossible to get your hands on it anywhere.
Yeah.
So they're just wasting time.
Yeah.
But I'm a free woman now, so I don't have to worry about that.
Exactly. Yes.
It's been a long week. Feels weird.
Yeah, well, anyways, we'll get into that off camera. Now, something we've been wanting to do with this podcast for a long time is make a little bit of money.
Yeah. What are you about to? You about to sell your eggs?
Yes, my eggs. I don't have eggs.
That's the first thing that came to mind. I was like, I'm not going to say the other one. That's weird. I was going to say sell a kidney, but...
So, we've been approached.
What? No.
By a company.
Yeah, fuck. I got so excited. I hate you. That was payback for the new Olympus camera that I brought in for you. Oh
Yes.
my god. I was like, we got a sponsorship and you didn't even tell me. No, I know this one. It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Yes. Oh yeah. So I think I have to grab my phone.
Yeah.
For this.
Grab
one.
yours, not mine, because
Yeah.
mics don't interfere with yours, or yours doesn't interfere with our mics. It's my Google phone.
Da, 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 da.
Speaking of Google, I've been considering going back to a Google phone for my next new one.
There we go. So, the company is called Smooth My Balls.
Do we get paid for this? We've gotten 2 messages about it.
Says, hope you're good. I work with a client who needs podcasters to receive and review. Sorry. Okay. Hope you're good. I work with a client who needs podcasters to receive a review kit.
Are you okay?
Of their product, and they will promote your podcast. If you're interested in teaming up with this brand and earning while doing so, message Smooth My Balls. So Vanessa sent me this. I'm going to post it up here because I could save this image, right?
Yeah, it might not be a great image, though.
Ball bacteria grows differently to your face bacteria.
Thanks.
And here's a review.
I would hope so. If
This
you
is-
had the same bacteria on your face. All right, keep
So,
going.
What do you
Oh my
call,
god.
What do you call nuts on a wall?
What?
Walnuts.
That's the stupidest shit I've heard in my whole life, Chuck.
What do you call nuts on a chest?
A chestnut.
Hey, what do you call nuts on a chin? A
What?
blowjob.
Oh my god, Chuck.
So,
This is definitely not rated for children.
no. So here's a review
That's
that
gross.
someone did. Okay, and this is
Right.
definitely not PG. My balls have never been so fresh. Just had to have
It's amazing
a morning.
what soap will do.
Just had to have a morning dump, and thought. Thought, why not do something productive while I'm waking up? Out came my Shave My Balls trimmer.
I'm sorry, why was he doing it while he was taking a dump?
Whipped it out like a Wild West cowboy.
Okay, keep going. Oh.
And here's a picture of the hedge clippers. As you can see by this picture, this is a nail trimming set. So, unfortunately, Smooth My Balls, we will not be promoting your stuff.
As I have no balls, cannot test the product. Like, did they? It's funny because it was one of those, like, I've definitely gotten messages like that on, I run 4, well, I help run 4 different Instagram accounts.
Yeah.
My dad's honey account, Niagara Honey. Niagara.honey. F that.
Yeah.
Which is the smaller account. My my creative account, and then my personal account. My personal account is private. And I even get them on my personal account. My personal account literally has a picture of a sunset, and the only thing you see is my first name, if you're not following me. I get messages all the time. They're like, hey, we think that, like, we love your vibe. And I'm like, you don't even see my vibe. What is this?
I don't get contacted.
Really?
Yeah.
I get them from, I don't know if it's because I like certain pages, and then are like certain things, and then they go through like who's liked what on what page to send people stuff. But I've gotten it on my personal, I've gotten it on my photography one, and now we've gotten it on this. So when it came in, I was like, oh, great. I didn't even look at the product. It just said like, hey, we'd love for you to look at this. And it's always from an account that is not Smooth My Balls.
Okay.
And it's not like the company account. And they're like, if you're interested, message them. Yeah. It was kind of like a pyramid scheme, probably. If, let's say we did accept this offer, we'd probably have to reach out to other people.
Probably, yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh. And then I actually went and read it. And I was like, oh my God.
Now, unfortunately, if somebody is listening or watching this, and they have a product they want to promote, we just made fun of the one
opportunity. Yeah. It's not really an opportunity, though. It's a scam. Yeah. It was just really funny, especially because...
And you got 2 emails.
I got 2 from 2 separate people, and it was the exact same script.
Yeah.
If you're an actual company, even if you're a ball smoothing company of sorts, reach out. We'd be happy to help you. It's just... We can make fun of these people because they're scams. So... Yeah. It's, oh my God, that was unreal. I didn't even notice the kit. I just noticed it was called Smooth My Balls, and there was a review, and I was like, I need to send this to Chuck's right now. And I had sent it to you a couple weeks ago. We were like, oh, we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
Time flew by, we forgot. And then we got a second one, and I was like, all right, we definitely need to talk about this. Oh my God. Oh, that was great. I wonder if they'll pay us for that.
I finally posted another video, eh?
Oh my God, I didn't watch it.
You haven't watched it?
I haven't watched it. It's been a week.
Bitch.
What was that laugh? I sounded like an exotic bird. I haven't watched it yet. I saw it, and I saw it. Didn't it post at a weird time, or I was just sleeping at a weird time?
It was like in the middle of the day.
I was sleeping at a weird time then. I saw it when I was really tired, and I was like, oh, I'll watch that later, and I never did. So I'm sorry, I'll watch it immediately when I get home. I have nothing to do today. Well, I do, but... How was it? What was it, the review of your 100 to 400?
No, it was basically the truth about natural wildlife photography.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I'm a bitch.
How you just sit around and do nothing. You go out in the field and you sit around for hours doing nothing.
So go watch it. We'll watch it at the same time.
You're going to wait a few more days now to watch it?
I will have watched it by the time this is posted.
Yes.
And I'll post in case you guys don't want to go hunt for it yourselves, in our Instagram profile, we do have a link tree, which is like a website with... That was my stomach, not a fart. That would have been perfect timing. It's just like a little light one. That was not a fart, I promise.
Oh, check the chair. No, that was a shirt.
It wouldn't have sounded that light. This is terrible. It's a bad habit to talk about this stuff. Go to our link tree, which is just like a link in our bio that gives you access to everything. And at the very bottom, there's a link to Chuck's YouTube channel.
At the very bottom. I'm the bottom of the pile. All the way at the end.
Yep. You're the asshole of the link tree.
We have to do another Q&A session.
If people want to ask questions this time. No, I'm kidding. I sounded so angry. We appreciate your questions. We also wanted to start...
We should do like a question of the week.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, but people have to ask questions. So.
People have to ask questions. We can do a question of the week. And also, I feel like we didn't promote it last time, and it's going to take a while for people to get on, but we do have a Discord. I'm I'm telling this again because we haven't had anybody join yet. It's free. Discord is like, in case people don't know, Discord's just like an online kind of like chat community thing.
Yeah.
A lot of gamers use it. But basically, you get invited into our server, which is invite only or whatever. So you can click on the link. And it's free. And there's different sections of the server that you can talk about different things. We have some for just like shits and giggles, posting pictures of your pets, stuff like that. But we do have one for photo critiques.
Yes.
So if you guys want us to critique your photos, you can do that via Discord, or you can even send it to us over Instagram.
Yep. We could critique your photos live.
Yeah.
Like we'll put your photo here.
Yeah.
And we'll critique it.
We'll print it off and paste it on the wall.
And we should, you know what? No. Never mind.
What were you going to say? Now you have to say it.
So when I was shooting my video, I was done shooting and everything like that, and I get up and I start walking back, and my phone goes off. I'm like, what the hell? So I look. It's Doyle. He's like, are you at Petrie Island right now?
Did he see you?
I'm like, yes. He is on the other side of this little bay area.
That's funny.
He's like, I recognize that jacket anywhere.
You didn't come over and say hi?
Oh yeah, we met up, we chatted for about 15
nice.
minutes or so, and but yeah, he's got, I was gonna say we should promote one of our friends. Maybe?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Why? I thought there was more to the sentence.
So yeah, like go check out Doyle's Instagram.
Yeah, we could do that weekly too.
Yeah.
So we can start dropping someone to check out every week if we want to do that. Can you insert text?
Yes.
You can post his like Instagram and YouTube and stuff. Well, I don't think we can post his YouTube because it's a link.
I don't want to put it up there. It's gonna look. I'll put it right down here.
People listening, they're like, what the fuck? I do have to say, I've been way more surprised at the amount. I haven't checked the actual like stats of who's listening to what or watching what, but I'm under the impression that we have a lot more people listening. Doyle listens on Spotify.
Yeah.
Someone else I was talking to listens on Spotify as well. And I know there's a couple people who will have it on YouTube and like let it run so they don't watch it, which is fine.
Yeah.
So we have a lot more people just listening, which is the point of a podcast. So that's good. So I'm trying to get into the habit of explaining things for people who are not seeing things.
We're averaging like 5 plays per podcast.
Okay.
That's it.
That's okay.
Like we need more people listening.
We're small but mighty.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? There's a podcast that I listen to. It's probably one of the only podcasts I listen to right now. I'm not a huge. I'm terrible. I'm not a huge podcast listener. I don't listen to like podcasts like crazy. I have to get really into it.
Yeah.
So there's the first podcast I ever listened to was And That's Why We Drink, which I think is what I've talked about before. It's like a paranormal murder one.
Yeah.
And there's another one that I watched that is like the complete opposite. It's literally just 2 girls hanging out. And I feel like I've talked about this, or I've told you.
Yeah.
It's called Ladies and Tangents.
Yes, you've mentioned it before.
They're really cool. The one girl is, I didn't even know this, a photographer. And then I don't know what her other friend does, but they've been friends for a really long time. They just talk about life and stuff. They're very relatable, but they were a really small podcast for a really long time. And I was watching one of their newer episodes, and they're at like probably over 2,000 followers and stuff now.
Oh, wow.
In the podcast community, I think that's still considered small, but
Okay.
that's huge to them and also like huge to us.
Yeah.
And they said that they have not made any money from their podcast. And they have like 2,000 followers and listeners and like a fan group and stuff.
Yeah.
So that kind of helped me accept the fact that it's normal to not make money at this stuff. It is more something we just do for fun.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And now that you've left the store, it's the only time I get to see you.
yeah. I know when I said I was leaving, everybody's like, what about the podcast? And I'm like, I'm financially and emotionally invested.
Yes.
I also do my laundry at Chuck's, so it's still happening.
Yeah.
And I'm not just going to drop all my photography knowledge. Every single piece of social media I have and on my phone is loaded with camera news.
Yeah.
So that's not going anywhere. And I'll actually have more time to shoot now.
Yes.
Which we can go out and shoot
Yeah.
more. After my 2 weeks of training, I'm down to 4 shifts a week.
Yeah.
Let's go
Bazinga.
shoot. I was driving here. It's beautiful outside today.
Yeah. Well,
It's gorgeous.
yeah.
I haven't left the apartment in 3 days.
And I'm stuck working today.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it's beautiful. The grass is actually green, and I was
Not
like,
in my
wow.
backyard. Anyways.
And I was driving here, and I was like, fuck, I should have brought my camera because I don't have anything to do today. No offense, sorry. You're like, wow, Vanessa.
Yeah. Rub it in.
Yep. Anyways, I should have brought my camera because it would have been nice to actually get some fresh air for the
Yeah.
first time in like 3 days. Fresh air, even a walk through my neighborhood is not fresh air.
No.
You hear like the
You're-
exhausts of cars.
You're going to be able to go for your COVID vaccine, eh?
Yeah. I think it is. I read into some of it. It's not going to be available till like, well, we're in May right now. But
Well, it
probably
says
in
people over 18 for like the end of May,
yeah.
but you're in one of those priority postal code.
Am I?
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah.
I haven't checked yet. Maybe I should. I was reading that it was in hot spots, and I was like, oh, I'm probably not in a hot spot.
Yeah. So it's like,
Because I was looking into it earlier on for my vaccine, and I have a lot of health issues in case nobody knows me personally.
Yep.
That's why I say I have the body of an 80-year-old.
yeah.
Justin
it's
and
not
I
only
both.
health, like it's not only the mental health. She has
That's also very struggling.
she has physical
Very
health
much.
issues as well.
Yes.
So she's just basically
I'm falling apart.
yeah, mentally and physically
But everything's
unwell.
fine. So I was looking it up because I have a huge history with lung issues. So does Justin. We're a great pair.
Yeah.
And everybody I know was like, "Oh, I'm surprised you don't have it yet, because I'm missing a large portion of my lungs." And yeah, I looked it up, and I looked up. I wasn't in a hot spot a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because I'm like downtown area, even though I worked in a hot spot area, which was weird. And then for people with underlying health conditions, like I'm not immunocompromised, but I'm still at a higher risk, I guess, with the lung thing. I need a family doctor, which is the problem because I've been on a waiting list for a family doctor for 3 years. I've had major surgery
Yeah.
without a family doctor
Yeah.
twice. It's kind of crazy. Do you have a family doctor?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah. I've had it's a new family doctor that I've got. My old family doctor, she retired.
See, I had a family doctor.
Yeah.
Actually, I did have a family doctor when I had my spine surgery.
Okay.
But he just left. And I got like a month's notice.
God.
And I was like, wow, that's great. Thanks. I can't
Yeah.
wait to get everything I need post-surgery from you.
So yeah, my family doctor retired, and she had someone take over her practice, and so there was I think a 2-year transition where they both worked together.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. That's the way they should do
Yeah.
things.
So yeah. So I've
If
got
she's
a family-
taking any patients. She
Yeah,
wants
well,
a medical project.
I'm probably gonna have.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'll probably have an appointment with her in the next week or so, because I've got to go for blood work on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and then
Ask for me. Be like, so I have this friend who's falling apart. She's only 26.
yeah.
Do you want to take her
you're
on?
gonna be 26.
I'm going to be 26
That's right,
on the
yes.
26th. It's my champagne birthday.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
This is the last birthday I'm ever getting excited about. Last year I wasn't even excited about my birthday. It's my quarter century birthday. I didn't even care.
Yeah, I'm gonna be half a century in November.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're old.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Uh,
Well, I think that's it for today.
yep.
So that's it for episode 24.
24. Wow. I need to figure out how to say the Owen Wilson wow really well and just do it every time.
Yeah. Oh,
I need to train my voice.
Or I just insert.
Wow.
So this is the end of episode 24 of F That.
Photo chat.
Toodaloo.
Motherfuckers.